Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome one and all. I am very excited that you have joined me today on a beautiful, magical February day where all of the planets have now turned direct. So we are sitting in a different energy now moving forward, which is really wonderful. We don't have all this retrograde stuff going on. So it's really, really a wonderful time to set intentions on what we would like to see for ourselves moving forward. Because we are moving into this more high vibrational energy, this more solidified new earth, we are able to manifest and create the reality around us a lot more quickly. And so now it's really important that we actually choose to focus our mind in the right perception, in the proper focus where we would actually like to be. Because so very often it is easy to get into the fear of what may happen, the what ifs and the couldas and all of the ideas of what may happen along fear base. And what happens when we do that is we can actually be creating then those scenarios that we don't want to actually see play out. Because there's so many challenges that we are going to face in our lives. These are all beautiful growth opportunities. And when we can face these challenges with an understanding of, okay, I am creating how I respond to my environment. So my environment is one thing, but I create how I respond to it, and then therefore what my environment is to me. And so if I go down a fear-based path of all of the problems that may arise, then that is what I am going to see in my reality around me, because that is where my focus is. But if I instead choose to focus on what is the absolute best outcome and how is this in everyone's highest and best? And yes, there may be bumps and challenges along the way, but how can I view this as a situation that is happening for me for my best growth, and also an opportunity for me to learn to focus in the direction that I want to focus. And with this opportunity to focus, I'm also offered the opportunity to strengthen my will, to focus. Because with each opportunity to focus where we then do that, the next opportunity for focus is a little easier, because with each strength you build upon another. And so the will then to focus becomes a lot stronger as we continue to practice. And this is a choice. And that is the most beautiful thing about it, because we get to decide. We all have the power within us to make this decision. Which wolf do I feed inside me? I have all of these choices, and I get to decide which one do I want to focus on, because the one I'm focusing on is the one I am going to create. And again, because these energies are so ever present and we're bringing in the new earth, it is solidifying as we speak. The opportunity for creation is more instantaneous. Our thoughts become our reality much more quickly than they have in the past. And I encourage you to practice this a little bit. Just play around with the universe. Try simple little things. Try manifesting something fun in your reality. For example, we were just with my girlfriends in Florida, if many of you have heard some of the past episodes that we did, and Monica wanted some passion fruit, and she'd wanted it for weeks and was unable to find it. She was just in Mexico prior, so she really was looking forward to having some passion fruit. And we have ultimately found it in Florida randomly at this little grocery store we were at, and she was super delighted that she finally found her passion fruit. And this is a little thing that you can all try to do. If you want a specific food, and actually, I'm thinking of a little story. I did this myself when I was pregnant with my daughter. There is an ice cream on the South Jersey shore that I am absolutely in love with because it's nostalgic for me. I grew up on the East Coast and I would spend my summers, well, we would vacation there in the South Jersey shore, and I would always get this ice cream. And I absolutely loved it. And when I was pregnant, I had a craving for it. But thing was, I lived in Arizona, and this is like a tiny little mom and pop, or so I thought, on the South Jersey shore. So I wanted this ice cream so incredibly badly that I would think about it and I would imagine what it was like to eat this ice cream. And I wound up going to the mall one day to get some maternity clothes. And I walk in, and right in front of the store I was going to was a little kiosk in the middle of the mall of this very ice cream from the South Jersey shore. I'll tell you what, I made the biggest scene all by myself there in the mall. People must have thought I was a deranged lunatic, which, I'm sure I looked like that. I was so incredibly excited that they had my ice cream. And I swear to this day that I manifested it, because we can do these things. We can manifest our greatest desires. We can manifest more than just ice cream, but it's a fun way to play food. I think food is fun. So it's a fun way to play with the universe and see what you can manifest into your reality. I've even heard stories of people manifesting coffee just showing up for them at their workplace. And oftentimes they wind up getting too much coffee. And so be careful what you wish for, but definitely practice playing around with the universe in this regard, because it is so important that we understand that right now we are creating at such a rapid pace. And so, therefore, our focus and our perspective is so incredibly important to maintain, to even understand that that is what is creating our reality. And we have the choice. We have the choice of which wolf within us that we want to feed. We have both options, love or fear. We get to decide. A really wonderful example of this and how we're actually creating our reality with our focus is Masaru Emoto's research. Masaru Emoto, what he did was he did groups where they would focus their intention onto water. And then he would take that water and freeze it and then look at what happened to that water in its frozen state under a microscope. And what he found was astounding. The groups that focused intentions of love and gratitude and peace and all of these beautiful, loving emotions, those samples of crystalline water were beautiful snowflake-like shapes. They all contained that hexagon 6-shaped crystalline structure, which is the universal symbol for beauty. And so all of the water that was essentially love imbued turned beautiful, turned beautifully crystalline. And on the other hand, the samples where the fear energies were imbued, the energies of hatred and disgust and all those other ones, those samples turned out yucky. They didn't have any crystalline form. They were just kind of chaotic and blah. And so what we see there is that our thoughts, our intentions actually affect the physical reality around us. You've heard before, you are 70% water. This earth that we exist on, this beautiful planet that we get to exist on, is 70% water. There's water in the air all around us. Water is really such an amazing compound. It can exist in so many different states. And when you really look into water, it has memory. It has the ability to turn crystalline and beautiful like this. And so do we. And we do this with our focused intention, with our thoughts. And it is our choice to focus and decide to have this perspective and to choose this focus of love every single day. In every single moment, where can we find the love? The love is always there. And yes, of course, the fear will be there too. But which one are we going to look at? Because I guarantee you, if we decide to look at all of the fear paths, that is what we will create. We will create all sorts of turmoil and challenges and hurdles. And while challenges aren't bad, we don't want to go around creating more for ourselves when we don't have to. Yes, the challenges are going to come, but we can look at them in a different light. I'm going through a certain challenge in my life right now that I could allow myself to go down a very fearful path about. But instead, I am choosing to see it in a different light because that is the only way it is going to work out, in that light that I choose to create. And what can often be harder at times is choosing to see the other people involved in your challenges in a different light. No matter what the reality is showing you at the time, it doesn't serve to play in to whatever that fearful energy or negative energy is, even if that is what is being presented to in your reality. Even in that instance, we get to decide how we look at that other person. Ultimately, that other person is you. There is no separation here in this universe. We are all fractals of Source Creator. That means you are Creator Source, and so is that other person. And because of that, we can then look at that other person in that light, regardless of the way they're behaving in this material world, because they have it all within them. We have it all within us. And so we get to decide, which one do you want to see? And we can ignore the way they're behaving in the external. And the more we do that and see them in a different light, we are helping them and we are helping ourselves, and everybody wins. Because we are such great, powerful beings, our focus, our thoughts are so important. And so why not put out more positive, more loving thoughts out there, even and especially to those ones who are a little challenging in our lives. Maybe we don't like these people. Maybe they've done really hateful, awful things towards us. That's okay. They are a creator being, just like you, just like me. There is no one better. There is no one lesser here. We are all equal fractals of Creator Source. Everything exists in every single one of us, the yin and the yang, equal balance, all maintaining harmony at all times. The focus is what creates what you see. It is very simple. This is how the Creator actually created the universe, with a focused intention, a focused thought. And in that focused thought and intention, the universe was created. There's a lot more to it, obviously, but that is the simple gist. The very simple fact that this entire universe, from the beginning of creation, the very first thought, focus, created everything. A thought, a focus. And because we are fractals and this hologram that we exist in continues infinitely out so far, backwards and forwards, in all directions, all the same in this beautiful hologram. Because this is true, we also create this way with our focus, with our mind. So I encourage every single one of you to find the love in each and every moment and to feed that angel wolf that you have within you, because the more you feed it, the more it will grow. And I think that's it for me today, everyone. Quick reminder, Conscious Life Expo this weekend in LA at the LAX Hilton, February 4th through February 7th. I will be there with bells on. I'm really looking forward to this event. Sarah Bresswing Cosme is speaking. Also, tons of other great speakers covering topics like near-death experiences and astrology and UFOs and all sorts of consciousness-related topics. So if you can make it out, I would really love to see you there. I'm going to leave you with a song for today. This is Satsang featuring Trevor Hall, This Place. Until next time, I love you all.
Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.
Past the place we think we're from and past the edge of the earth. Now we have come to call it back, and I've known this since my birth. That we are not from here. Visitors to this place, but we all go back home. Now intertwined and locked in time, and at times it takes the load. Because we've met ourselves before. Take me to this place. I wanna know more than I know right now. Set me free from pace. We'll get there when our body's good and done, and all our songs are sung. Take me to this place.
Where we come from is where we go. Don't you fight with what you don't know. Live the song and it soon will flow. Water that seed and it will grow. On a journey to see that place. Take your mask off and see your face. Let it all go and then embrace. Cook it up now and get that taste. What you're seeking is inside you. Always one, it was never two. What to follow and what to do. Sit and rest in the absolute. We will go there when we are called. Love is my dear, will not fall. Like a mountain, we're standing tall. All in one and no one in all. Take me to this place. I wanna know more than I know right now. Set me free from pace. We'll get there when our body's good and done, and all our songs are sung. Take me to this place. Now from the depths of the earth we crawl. From the depths of the earth we crawl. To the place that we're from before our birth. To the place that we're from before our birth. And from the depths of the earth we crawl. From the depths of the earth we crawl. To the place that we're from before our birth. We send our song. Take me to this place. Take me to this place.
know more than I know right now.
Set me free from pain.
We'll get there when our body's good and done, and all our songs are sung.
Take me to this place